So, by the way, I did some research into how this ranked system works now with the how would you say it? With the match-based stats that contribute into how many points you get or how many points you don't get, let's say. It's so fucked. It is so fucked because check this. Check this. Let me go into my history and let me pull this up. Let's say this was ranked, right? I would get half of the amount of points that the Namor got. I probably, if this was ranked, I would probably get 13 points here, and then Namor would probably get double, like somewhere around 26, somewhere around there. Reason being is because it goes off of the final hits. Since he had 15 elims, he would be getting double the amount of points. Performance based, yes, thank you. He would be getting double the amount of points that I would get, even though I had more damage, 72% accuracy, 3 deaths, right? Like, not to mention too, our Penny. Was she playing any? She was also playing Groot. Our Penny would get fuck all for points here because this happened, and she barely had anything here. I know, 72% accuracy is insane. mm. So, here's the thing. Here's the problem. Since they're basing it mainly off of the final hits, support players are feeling targeted in that because they don't really get that. I mean, look at this Rocket. He had some of the most healing in the game. Those amplifiers that he had were fucking top tier compared to a lot of Rockets that I've played with before. But because he had no eliminations, no final hits, he really wouldn't get that many points for this win. It's so sad to see it. It's so sad to see it. I mean, this is another reason why support players are on strike, but it's like, where did you see the info on the SR rating info? It's based off of the the research that all the players are doing, right? So I didn't see it on a website or anything like that, but you're able to see who gets more points for what, right? So here, let me go into a competitive match here, right? Let me go here. So in this game, we were getting absolutely stomped, right? I lost in this game 27 points. Okay. Now if we take it, let me see Twig Speedman. Which one was this? It was 15 minutes and 31 seconds, Hall of the Jala. Hall of the Jala. Let me look at the history. This one here. He hasn't played since. He only lost 18. Reason being, he had double the amount of final hits than me. We were close on damage and elims. He also died so many more times than I did, right? And don't get me wrong, he was getting really, really fucking targeted in this last fight here, or this last match here. But he only loses 18, where I lost, what was it, 20 something, 26, 27, somewhere around there, because he had double the amount of final hits than I did. We did relatively the same amount of work. He did a little bit more, don't get me wrong. But double the amount of points is almost crazy. It almost double is almost crazy. You know what I mean? And we can also take a look at this, right? If they're not privated. Derpy Narwhal. I can't view his career. Of course I can't. Oh, wait, I can. No, I can't. Damn. I wish I could. Let me see this one. I lost 23 in this one. Twig Speedman. This was the same one right here, I think. Yeah. Okay, so he lost 23 as well. We had the same amount of final hits. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, somewhat close in damage. Somewhat close in damage blocked. He had much better accuracy than I did, but I had more healing. He had half the amount of elims as I did. So it's going off of this number right here. Like, what's the difference? This is the only thing that the game tracks right here. Is all of these stats. It doesn't keep in track of what plays were made. It doesn't keep in track of appealing for your team or anything like that. No. It's strictly based off of this stuff right here. If it took into accountability, let's see. You have 0 final hits on Luna right here. 27k healing. Most in the game. Can I view their career? Real Poppy. Of course not. Of fucking course not. I wish. I lost 22 here. This person had the most. Let me see something. Hunks. It was 8 minutes, 25 seconds. Burn into Chala. Hunks. This one right here. So they lost 22 points. They had no final hits, but they had a lot of healing. I think it does keep in track of what your healing and your damage is. I don't think it matters your damage blocked, or maybe it does for tanks, I'm not sure. But most healing in the game, no final hits, no elims compared to me. I forget how much I lost. I gotta double check. I got 4 final hits here. They got 0. They lost. How much was it? I lost 22. They lost 22. So it does keep in track of your healing as well. Whereas Twig Speedman on this one, let me see. He only lost 10. Look at that. So he only lost 10 because he had 11 final hits. We were close on damage. I actually beat him in damage, and we were close on on eliminations. But because he had 11 final hits, he only loses 10 points. Don't get me wrong, he's SVP. He did the best one out of our team. But for us to lose double, more than double actually in this one, because for me, I lost 22, he only lost 10. I lost more than double the amount of points that he did. Unless you could create a system where it can actually see the whole game and see what you're doing for people, it's not really going to matter. It's not going to matter. Like, for instance, if a Rocket Raccoon is just pumping heals in the back, all the way in the back, just holding down right click the entire time while your entire team is just stomping the rest of them, should that Rocket Raccoon get 26 points because they have so much fucking healing? Yeah, stats don't even tell half the story. They don't even tell half of it. So it's like what do you do? What do you do? I think we should go back to the older one, but I think we should do it like this. I think performance matchmaking, or performance rank system can be okay if done right. Like, it shouldn't be double the amounts of either loss or win in the points. You know what I mean? Because I know GM tanks are getting less than 10 per win. Right. I think that it should be in the game, but it shouldn't matter for like the entire thing itself, right? So I'm over here losing 22 points in this game right here, whereas he only lost 10. I think for in this kind of a game, sorry Twigsbeeven, I'm sorry, we did lose together as a team. I think that since he did the best, he shouldn't be at 10, losing 10 points there. I think he should be at like minus, let's say 15 or 17 even. I think it should matter, but not like the big old grand scheme of things there. What should be done is this, and I could be wrong, who knows, but honest opinions, I think if we actually did a rank reset right, it would look like this. Everybody gets set back down to the bottom, right? Everybody, one above all, stuff like that. Put in placements, right? If you put placements into the game, this is how it's going to look. Let's say you've got to do 10 games, maybe more, maybe less. Actually, at least 10 games. I'll say that. At least 10 games. And then in those 10 games, if you take a win, right? Obviously, you're towards the bottom. You get boosted up, right? So let's say you're bronze. You win this game, now you're fighting silvers. You win this game, now you're fighting golds. You win this game, now you're fighting plats. You win that game, now you're fighting diamonds. In just 5 games, you're up to diamond if you're constantly winning. The added effect to that on the performance side of things is if you're getting MVP in every single one of those games, you get boosted a little bit higher, not a crazy amount, but a little bit higher, in that sense. This is why it's going to be better this way, because if you wind up losing a game in there, right? Yes, it is a team-based game. If your entire team fucking sucks, sorry, it is what it is. But that's why you also have the performance aspect into it as well. So if you take that loss, but you're the SVP, for instance, you won't be knocked down so far. So let's say you were like plat 1 in your placements, like roughly plat 1 in your placements. Instead of going down to gold 1 because you lost the game, you would go down to like, let's say low plat 2, high plat 3, you know? That way, because you did pop off the best out of your team, you're still like going back and forth. And then when you finally get your placement, let's say the cap is like high diamond, right? Because you don't want to have somebody that wins every single one of the games and is just one above all. That just wouldn't make sense, right? If you win every single one of your placement games, you're going to be somewhere around diamond, like diamond, let's say diamond 3 to diamond 2, if you win every single one of your games. If you're MVP in every single one of your games, you might be able to make it to like diamond 1, let's say. Depends on how good your stats are. If you're like doing the absolute fucking best out of everybody, the SVP of the other team didn't even compare to you, and you're flying through, obviously you deserve the top ranks because you're just that much better than most of the people at these ranks, right? Then you're like high diamond. You know what I mean? I think that would solve a lot of problems. A lot of problems. And I said it before in another stream before. If you have a system like this, yeah, obviously you're gonna have people that throw the games, that are smurfing to make sure they deserve like bronze. If they get bronze rank or silver rank, you're gonna see that happen, right? You can't really stop them. They're in every single hero shooter game. So it's like, what do you do? What do you do? You can't stop all the Smurfs. The Smurfs are going to keep giving the companies money because they're going to buy skins on their Smurf accounts as well as their main accounts because they love that character so much, let's say. So the company's not going to do anything against the Smurfs. You kind of just got to deal with it, you know? There's no getting rid of Smurfs. It's just the name of the game. The only way to like really deal with Smurfs is to make it a paid game. If it's a free game, you're going to have Smurfs galore. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I mean, every game has its problems that it goes through when it's really big like this. There's going to be so many people that are not like okay with how things are running. Like they're not going to be happy with how the rank system works. They're not going to be happy because their main character got nerfed. They're not going to be happy because they keep getting dove and they want to play this character and they don't want to swap off. I mean, if you're gonna play this kind of game, that's why this genre, the hero shooters, are some of the hardest to play, because you have so many different kind of mentalities of players that just won't change their ways, even if they're getting just absolutely smoked.